Hello and welcome to the War Report. I'm your host Quan, joined by Quan, since we are the same person according to Twitter. This is a show where we talk about NXT 2.0 and AEW Dynamite, sometimes Rampage if Quan watched it, and sometimes NXT UK when I feel like they've done really, really, really good, which they have these past couple weeks. How you feeling, Quan?
My back, real tight. I don't know why. Last couple of days, I'm in a lot of pain, so we're just kind of get through it. Fun.
Yeah. That's the type of energy. That's terrible. So, how about we run the AEW really, really fast, and you can get out of here. You know?
No, we gotta give AEW fair time.
Shit, us talking about it is fair time. I mean, it's been a decent week in wrestling. We have finally some news. Now that things are back to normal, we got some news going on, and I think this first piece of news, I'm just like, I guess, brother. All right, so first, I don't. It's been a minute since we talked about this other podcast on this show. Talk is Jericho. It's been a very long time since we ever mentioned that show on here, because I believe like Renee Young is like the new place for people to go to.
Yeah.
But Scotty 2 Hotty opened up about how the backstage culture in NXT changed coming around for 2.0. Have you read this article? Have you checked it out yourself?
I did not get a chance to read it. I saw an excerpt talking about how Vince came in and said he wants everybody to dye their hair to look younger. All the trainers. I don't know why that would matter, but that's really funny to me.
That's funny as hell. He was just like, "Damn, y'all look old as shit, right? Yeah, you know, we promote like what's that?
But you don't see the trainers.
Hair for men, bro. We got a sponsor for a reason, bro. If you need a box, just hit us up. What?
That could Vincent had like seven facelifts at this point.
Yeah,
she's like, look, if I'm going through, y'all got to go through it too. I don't know what's going on with that.
Saying, y'all look old as shit, boy. But
this is the funny. This is dumb as shit.
It is silly, so that's why.
That's a hashtag knowing Vince moment
for this one.
Telling them the.
Okay. All right, so basically, he starts out with talking to Jericho, and he's saying like it was, sort of different back then. Like it was very, I would assume that it's very loose and very like casual. That he says that the We Are NXT thing, like that's like their thing, that's like their heat culture or whatever the fuck. They live by that slogan, die by that slogan, and things sort of shifted after, the Vince visit and the 2.0 visit. So this is the part that killed me. So as soon as things started to change, Hunter went away and the other guy started to come in. So it was like, okay, we're gonna go back to business casual again. And next week it was Vince wanted the coaches to look younger. So guys started to dye their hair, their beard, and like cutting their hair. I lost sleep over it. It had because I have every kind of facial hair, dye, goatee, the beard, the spiky hair, the bald. It's not about that, but it's like, excuse me. It's like they're going to have us go through hoops like monkeys to see what if they'll do it, as if so. So if you do that, what's next?
You know what? I'm with him. I'm with him. It's silly. That's so I don't. That's just for like the fact that what do they have to do with anything?
I think
you don't see the trainers. The public doesn't see the trainers. So what difference does that make?
Wait. All right. So two things here. The business casual thing. It's work. Look professional for work. I
don't care about that one. That's whatever. Like that's I get it, but
yeah, the dye of the hair part and then like the other shit, it was just like
that's just silly.
I do think it's silly and stupid, but like, um, you he's taking a rebellion on just like, man, fuck that. I ain't getting no haircut. And it's just like, maybe you need just like it's not that
I'm
big
with
of a
him.
deal,
Nah,
bro.
I'm with him.
That's not a big deal.
I,
Big deal to me.
I would have stepped that. I would have like, all right, dog, what are y'all doing? Come on, I'm not doing all this.
Yeah, well, for sure, I would have been like, what do you need me to dye my hair for?
That's what my question would have been.
Get a haircut, yeah, but like my hair, what's up with that? Let the
I don't even want to cut
my
hair. I don't even want to cut my hair, especially if you grow. I don't know, Scotty. I'm pretty sure his was pretty grown out too. It's different when you got like grown out hair. It's tough
if your hair is kempt and taken care of, surely it's not going to happen. But I don't know. It's not that big of a deal, honestly. I just thought this was really silly, and then that and like for that moment to be like the man, shit's changing, bro. We can't wear the jumpsuits. Fuck, and it's just like, all right, man.
I do that too. I'm not mad at any of those Scotty Too Hotty complaints. I'm with him. I'm riding with. I'm with Scotty on this one. I ain't
the switching up to business casual. That's like whatever to me, but the dye hair thing is like a little nuts. But let's move on. Next, top AEW free agent. Top star in AEW turns free agent, and very fucking random because why would you let your EVP and literally one of your top guys become a free agent? How you let that happen, man?
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure Cody's probably just some negotiation talk. I'm sure Cody's not going anywhere. I'm just like
where else can the fuck can he go? Really?
I think WWE would take him back.
I don't.
I think they would.
I think he could do some crazy. I think he could really do some crazy shit on Impact. Well, he was already on Impact before.
He was already on Impact, and nobody cared.
Well, shit, he on this shit. And I barely care. But nah. So Cody had the excuse me, the 3-year deal that most people in AEW had when they first started. And now time's up. And I'm very curious on what he is like negotiating for, or probably more money, obviously, but like,
I mean, it can't be creative freedom. He's clearly getting creative freedom.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It had to be money or nothing else. I can't imagine what is he arguing for.
Yeah, and you know why I really don't think that he's going anywhere, because he's still showing up in AEW currently. Like he's gonna be on Beach Break next.
He's the champion. He's a champion. Yeah, you know what I mean. So like,
I mean, they could vacate this shit if they was real, but Tony Khan pussy. He don't fire niggas. He just like let shit right out.
He's not gonna fire Cody. Why would he fire Cody?
I mean, he doesn't really have to. He doesn't have to fire Cody. Cody's a free agent. Vacating the belt is the real nigga move. But that's why I don't think.
I'm sure they're on some handshake deal right now. It's all
the infamous handshake deal.
Hey, handshake deal, that's legally binding.
In the South, maybe not in Chicago.
I'm pretty sure all over the country is less legal. You can do it. We have to ask Greg, but I took business law a long time ago, so I don't remember exactly the rules there. But I'm pretty sure handshake is good anywhere.
But yeah, I don't think Cody is really going anywhere. So I think a lot. Excuse me. Like looking at a lot of this contract stuff, it's kind of nuts. Also, the contract having him being a wrestler and the EVP in the same contract, kind of nuts.
I don't see why that would probably be too different for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that.
That's all legal stuff. I'm not gonna even get involved in that. I don't know how that shit works. I ain't gonna lie to the audience and say I know what the fuck that is, but
I'm just gonna say that I don't think that would have been a smart move on that point, because as an EVP, I probably would have signed like a much longer term deal, and then as a wrestler, I probably would have like signed something small for like 2 separate contracts. But I guess they wanted to save paper, so it is what it is.
More contract news.
Yeah, more contract news. Joey Janela, who is shit. When was the last time you see this nigga on Dynamite, bro?
He's a dark. He's He is the AEW Dark what Steven Richards was the Sunday Night Heat at this point. He's just a mainstay over there, and that's his show. I will say, last time I saw Joey Janela, he had a no DQ match with Sunny Kiss on Dark. Okay. Decent.
Yeah, you told me about it.
Yeah, that's what I think I talked about on the pod. Yeah, decent.
His contract is going to be up in the spring, and obviously he's hoping to like re-sign and stuff like that, because he can still do indie stuff and stuff like that. And Tony Khan doesn't fire people, so therefore he is the greatest man on God Green's earth. Do I necessarily care if he resigns or not? No, because he doesn't even show up on anything.
Like you don't even see him.
Yeah. So, I mean, if he's really a mainstay on Dark, why not keep him around? Especially he might be like one of the better wrestlers on there. So,
but he's a vet. He can get people through matches pretty well. Other contract news. Peter Avalon put up a tweet saying he's taking indie bookings, so people kind of assume that possibly he was let go.
The ghetto.
Well, hold on, there was an update. I didn't put it on the document. No. There was an update. He says that Leva Bates said he's still signed with AEW. He's just taking indie bookings now. But I mean, we don't know when the contract's up, so maybe he's taking indie bookings because he got a few more weeks left on the AEW roster. But
shit,
we'll see.
His shit probably up in spring. Yo, hey man, if Tony Khan re-signs this nigga, dog, fucking ridiculous, bro. Like, real, like, I don't even know if this motherfucker be on Dark. Bro. Is this really motherfucker be doing shit?
He had a match on Dark this week. He came with JD Drake against.
Oh yeah, he does have that faction, right? JD Drake,
Ryan Nemeth,
Ziggler brother.
It seemed like the other dude kind of left. Benoni, I think he's in a tag team now with Ruas. Remember the other dude that it was in NXT for a minute, and then
the Brazilian like jiu-jitsu nigga.
Yeah, so I think they might be a team. I'm not mistaken. I think they might be teaming up again because they were a team to begin with. And I think Ruas got hurt, and so I think now he kind of went back. I might have missed something. I'm sure there's some BTE thing. Who knows?
It's AEW Dark. I think you can live without it.
Yeah.
If he resigns, I think that'd be fucking nuts. Honestly, if Tony Khan resigns him, I think it'd be fucking nuts. But
I'm sure he's not getting paid a whole bunch, so I'm sure it wouldn't hurt their pockets.
Shit. Just saving money would be nice. Moving on, we have an update on the Gunther situation. Name is just Gunther.
Yeah, there's no Stark at the end of it, so they saw the mistake and fixed it before anything even got put to paper. So everybody relax about
or like
Nazi
before
thing.
there was like anything shown to us. So I think this crisis averted.
Yeah,
and everybody.
It might be too late though at this point. There's been so many publications. Talking about the Nazi thing.
People, crisis is averted, but nobody want to say crisis is averted.
Yeah, they're just gonna run with it
because then there's no news.
Yeah, they're just gonna run with it. I guess there's a couple of German newspapers picked up on nothing like major German newspaper, but like enough where people are noticing it. So we're kind of at that point. We'll see what happens. Once again, I don't think. I mean, we talk about it on the NXT section, but I don't think people are really gonna care within like a month from now. No one's
absolutely not. I think a lot of people just like kind of dug their heels. Like it was just like before, the name was even given out to anybody. It was just like, oh, someone's and then like, soon as he said his name was just Gunther, everybody was just like, oh, still a Nazi.
Yeah, it's so weird. First of all, the Gunther Stark thing, we weren't even supposed to know that. It just someone was snooping around, looking at AEW. I mean, NXT trademarks.
And honestly, thank God for them. Probably saved.
Yeah, thank God they did.
Yeah.
It could have been worse. He could have came out as Gunther Stark. And then that might have been a problem.
Yeah. So whoever came through and did the thing, that's hard. Good for them. But I don't know. Now that we kind of know that his name is just Gunther and it's not going to be Gunther Stark, I feel like people are just like Nah, he's still announcing regardless.
What it seems like Meltzer's already insinuated it. All the big names in the wrestling journalism are deciding he's a Nazi.
Nobody wants to admit that they're wrong. And if crisis is averted, then there's no news. So therefore, they're gonna run this shit until the wheels fall off, or until nobody really cares, because that's not the case. Yeah, that's kind of it for the news. We're gonna get into AEW, and do you want to do Beach Break predictions? I don't feel like Big Beach Break is a really big show. Like, it feels very normal.
No, they got some big matches on there. They got the ladder match. They got there's another match they announced. I gotta look up the card. Hold on.
Yeah, pull up the card, and then I guess we'll do predictions on it.
A little while ago. Hey, go fuck yourself. Get that guy out of here. Piece of shit.
Well, he ain't changed much.
Let's see. Give me the card. Beach break. We have Adam Cole, Orange Cassidy lights out match, which, I mean, we don't care, but it's gonna be a big match for them, I guess.
Let me tell you, they trying to recapture. They're hoping that he has a goddamn Britt Baker moment on that bitch. Because if he don't, that shit's over with. Also, I saw that picture of a picture of Adam Cole earlier tonight, and boy, that boy looking skinny.
You saw me playing around.
Oh, what else is on the card?
Well, I guess you wanted to do the
yeah, shit. You already started talking about it.
Yeah, let's get it. All right. There's 4 matches announced, I believe. I might have missed something, but I'm just looking at this website. I don't know how updated it is. But Red Velvet versus Layla Hirsch.
Well, I don't care. Put that shit on dark.
I don't have it in the docket, so but we can talk about the Layla Hirsch beating him up. It's just so funny. She's so tiny, roughing them girls up. But
yeah, beat the brakes off of both of them.
She's muscular though, so it's all right. So Layla Hirsch, Red Velvet. I guess Layla, because she just turned heel, and I don't see what Red Velvet kind of gained from this, because she's not really in the title picture or anything. So this seems like a Layla Hirsch win for me, which is cool. I'm cool with Layla Hirsch. I'm rocking with it.
I don't care. Layla Hirsch, I guess.
Jericho, Santana, and Ortiz versus Daniel Garcia, Matt Parker, and Jeff Parker of 2.0.
Boy.
Another thing I didn't put on the docket. There seems to be some tension between Jericho and Pride and Powerful. Hopefully, this means a breakup. I'm praying. I doubt it, but I'm praying.
My thing is that, like, them breaking up is not enough for me, because I don't want them in AEW.
Well, they're there, and I'm sure they're gonna resign. So,
I hope they don't.
I don't know how this match goes. This could go either way. I'm gonna say Daniel Garcia in 2.0 though. I can see like Santana Ortiz walking out on Jericho or some shit like that.
I don't think so. I think Santana Ortiz will probably like get the win, and then Jericho probably like overboast or some shit like that, and then whatever happens there happens there. I don't see them losing.
All right. Cody versus Sammy. I'm just gonna go Cody. Sammy's never supposed to hold that belt anyway, so
I'm man. This shit make me mad. Cody, I guess. And whatever. I'll get
we'll get
Cody.
Into it. We'll get into it. And
Adam
Cole.
I just think it was so dumb that they made Sammy interim champion
for 2 weeks. What was the point?
Yeah. Was it because
I don't
is it because Cody didn't resign?
I don't know.
What I feel like,
I mean, Cody was out with COVID. That does make sense if Cody wasn't going to come back, but I still don't think that was ever. I'm Cody. I think Cody's as long as AEW exists, I feel like Cody's probably going to be there.
Okay.
Adam Cole and Orange Cassidy. I guess Cole, because I'm assuming he's going to be up next for the championship at some point. So
Adam Baker.
Adam Baker. All right. So yeah, that's Beach Break. That's all we got. I think there might be another match announced, but it don't matter.
No faith in Orange Cassidy.
I'm over Orange Cassidy. I'll be honest with you, bro.
He don't even wrestle well enough for me to care anymore. Because he's always in these bullshit feuds, like. But
yeah. I do think it's funny that they're doing Beach Break in Cleveland, by the way. Ain't no damn. I'm assuming I've never been to Cleveland, but I'm going to assume there's no beaches. There might be a little lake somewhere. I don't know, but
that seems like it should be a Miami thing. Just saying.
Or just name it something else, like Spring Break. I don't know, AEW Spring Breaker. I don't know, something.
All right. Moxley returns. Good for him.
You want to get an AEW just right now, straight up, no transition. Yeah. Oh fuck it, we in it. Let's go. I bet. Let's get it. Yeah, Moxley returns. I loved it. I liked this promo a lot. I felt the passion. I like that the arena was silent for his promo because you could tell they wanted to hear every single word he was really saying, and I thought that was a cool effect. I love when AEW does arenas like this, where it's a lot smaller. It just feels a little more intimate, and I feel like unless AEW is in Chicago, they don't really sell arenas like that. So it's kind of like maybe I would prefer to do arenas this size more often. Yeah, I like when they do this.
I didn't notice last week, but I noticed this week that it is a lot darker in the crowd.
I don't think this week it seemed like they sold that. Whatever that building they were in, they sold that out. But last week, yeah, they had that crowd super dark. Extremely dark.
It looked dark as shit to me this week, which is like I don't really care, but I mean, it highlights the ring more. Like I don't really need to see the people in the crowd anyway, so I don't think it's an issue. Deal, man. Yeah.
But yeah, the promo was great. Whoever that guy was at the beginning who tried to make the show about him in the crowd, and then
shut the fuck up, boy.
Bobby's J, fuck out of here, man. You were trying to ruin my moment. Yeah, I hope they kicked him out. What are you doing, bro? Don't be that guy. Don't be that wrestling fans. Please don't be that guy. You ever be in a crowd and you're near one of the what guys who try to start a what chant? It's the worst. It's the absolute worst. I had to deal with that. I went to a SmackDown one time.
Definitely should get your ass beat when you do that shit.
He was the only one doing it. No one else in our section was doing the what except for him, and he did it the whole night. I'm like, bro, shut up. Shut up.
Like, I remember when I went to the AEW show and dudes were like trying to start chants and like nobody was like following along. So it was just like, one, you look dumb as hell. Two, what the fuck are you hoping to getting a chant started? Like, nigga tried to chant CM Punk during the women's match, and then it was just like, are you dumb? And then he tried to start a boring chant. Like, yeah, the match was boring, but like, are you dumb? I don't get the
don't be
the serotonin that you get from being an ass or starting a chant. Period.
Don't be that guy.
It's cool to see Moxley back. Honestly,
he looks great. He looks great. I really enjoyed this. How do you feel about it?
Well, I just said it's cool to see Moxley back. I didn't. I thought the promo was just like another intimate moment that really can't. I feel like it's one of those moments that really can't be like criticized. You know?
Yeah, because it was just straight from the heart. That would just because talking.
That's real shit here. Like I'm not gonna use like, oh man, you like this is a pro wrestling show, like, or you know. Like,
nah, this is compared to the promo we see later on tonight. This is this is how you do it. This is a shoot promo for real, not whatever the fuck other guy was doing. So
even though they're supposed to be fucking good at it, but yeah, man, good shit from Moxley. We get Orange Cassidy, Statlander versus Britt Baker and Adam Cole. Hey man. This shit stinks, dog.
I don't like what AEW does, the big time tag matches that they have, because like I don't know how long this match was, but I swear for the last like 7 minutes of this match, they were literally not one tag. They were just doing whatever at that point. And I guess Orange Cassidy, Adam Cole are feuding, but I don't think that table spot was needed. I feel like they relied on table spots too much the last like 3 weeks. There've been a lot of table spots, a lot.
That's their new the new thing for them. Nah, man. This shit's stupid, bro. Adam Cole needs to graduate from this. Like he needs to do something important. Like
Well, I'm assuming this is the finale next week between him and Cassidy. If it's if the lights out match.
But fucking Elite, Super Click, whatever, Red Dragon, Paragon, whatever the fuck they're going by, they've been beating the brakes off these motherfuckers for 7 weeks now.
I don't know.
This is like if the Grimes and the Duke Hudson shit like really kept going, even though like Cameron Grimes is like serving them up every like chance he got,
which he was. So
yeah,
I'm happy he didn't when it needed to.
Yeah, but like for another like 7 weeks, like this shit is stupid as hell. I guess, man. And then the spinoff thing that we're gonna get, I think, on Rampage, which shit, I don't watch Rampage, so I don't care. Roppongi Vice versus the Young Bucks. Motherfucker, there is not a match that I wanted to see less in my life than seeing Trent and Rocky Romero versus the Bucks again.
Yeah, I mean they had a match. Was it Wrestle Kingdom a couple years ago?
Yeah, they had a whole bunch of matches in New Japan, and I hated them all.
You don't like tag wrestling anyway. I vaguely remember those matches. I remember they were like decent. I don't remember them being like amazing. I remember they were just like these are cool.
I hate those matches because Trent is just a crash test dummy for like every match. For every match that they have with the Bucks, like he'll do every stupid spot in the world. Like where he just did he did a dive to the outside and just landed square on his back. And then he wonders why he needs goddamn back surgery a few years later. Like this shit catching up to them. These niggas too old to be really doing this shit. I don't care about this match, dog, or that match, or this one. I just think everything that the best friends in the Super Click Elite do is just not really interesting on the show.
Yeah, I'm not too interested in that tag match. I haven't been interested in the Young Bucks in a long time.
Yeah.
Even if they do have good matches, I still I don't know why. I just don't care. Even when they do have a good match.
There's actually a question. Statlander. You're having her talk a lot. You noticing that?
No, I have not noticed. If she talked earlier in the show, I missed it because I missed like the first 5 minutes. So
I meant like later on the show. Like I think like this is the most I ever heard. Like Statlander.
They need somebody. They need some women to talk. No, I feel like the only women that really get to like can really be talking is Serena, Britt Baker, obviously, and Jade. And Jade kind of. It's almost. It seems like
when she's around,
more her manager. Yeah, it seems like more her manager.
I'm happy to talk really well as well.
Yeah, no, I think Nyla's a good talker, which is weird that she had Vicky as her manager because I don't think she needs Vicky.
She does not need.
Speaking of Jade, she's getting finally a title defense against Anna Jay, who's number 2 ranked. So we'll see how that goes. I think it'd be a good test first. That's a good first opponent for Jade to go through. That's cool with me.
Yeah, I'm fine with that as well. Moving on, Cody returns from having COVID, and once again cuts one of the worst promos that we like. You know, early contender for worst promo of the year. So, you want to elaborate any more on this? Because I'm just like, this man is doing the usual Cody shit where he just comes out here and says a whole bunch of nonsense and never really gets to the point.
I'm so tired of the Cody Rhodes work shoot promo. First of all, my man talked about 8 different topics in this promo that like none of them had to do with each other. And he was just like trying to be edgy and like it's what was my question was like, what was the end goal of that promo? Like what does all that do? He was like, I'm not turning heel, this and that. I'm just like, what are we doing here? And he's talking about Brody King, I guess.
He's talking directly to Twitter, and they fucking love being acknowledged. That's why.
I don't know. That it just is
talking straight to the internet, baby.
It was a bunch of nonsense, and then he ends it with I want a ladder match to unify the TNT championships. So what was all that stuff before that?
Nigga, we're doing a unification for 2 weeks, or like, you know, for like being 1 week out. Like, they're desperate for a big match or trying to make this match seem important.
You know what's important to me right now? Let me tell you something.
What's up?
I'm gonna tell you something. I had a 5-leg parlay that would have won me $400. Listen, I'm about to go real RSPN on y'all real quick. All I needed was the wrong team was 30 plus points from Giannis. Got it, right? Bucks win the spread, which I think they're about to do by 7. Got it, right? LaMelo Ball needed a double-double. I got it. I even bet on hockey. New York Rangers won the upset today. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
All I needed was Kyle Kuzma to give me a double-double.
Why would you bet on him?
Because he had a double-double 8 of the last 10 games. So I'm assuming, okay. And they had him on the under for that. I'm like, he's gonna get that double-double. He's been getting double-doubles all week. And then what happens? How many rebounds that man give me? Let me see. If I see him, I'm gonna fight him too. I ain't playing with him. Kyle Kuzma gave me 16 points and 6 rebounds. So there goes that. I would have made $400 off of $10. I'm sick. I'm deleting this app. But yeah, that's it. That's all I had to see. I just saw that and it made me sick to my stomach that everything's about to hit.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna flip a coin when I am editing this to see if that rant stays or it doesn't.
You want to talk about Cody? You want to talk about Cody instead?
No, I'm actually going to move on to our main event: Darby Allin Sting versus the Acclaim. And sorry to really be a Debbie Downer, but this match stinks.
It wasn't really much of a match. It was take Darby out, beat down Sting for about 10 minutes, and then Darby comes back.
Exactly.
Jumps over the crowd, and then Sting jumps off the stage, throw a table, and that's the match. That was literally the match.
Was there a stipulation for this? Like, was there stakes involved?
I think Acclaimed are on the top 5 ranking as well as Sting and Darby. So, and they've been beefing for a little bit. So this is just the blow off.
But would you consider this a number 1 contendership?
I don't even know what they're doing with the rankings right now. It seems like it seems like the tag team champions are just taking whoever wants to challenge them because it seems like they're facing the Gun Club, who are like 60-0. Did you ever see their record? They're like 16-1. I swear to God.
And we're told that rankings matter. Like
they're in the top 5.
Even if shit reset, I feel like your overall should play a fucking part.
It does because they're in the top 5.
But they're 60-0. How are they not like at the bottom?
What do you mean at the bottom?
Like, how are they not at the or like at the bottom of the food chain? Like, how are you top 5? Well, like, no, you said 60 losses, right?
No, 60 wins.
Oh, yeah, man. Good shit to them.
Yeah, no, they won. They're like 60-1. They've won like one match, and they've lost like one match and won everything else.
That's fucking insane, actually. Yeah, I guess that's
what I'm saying.
Rightfully so. My fault, gang.
I am so high at this stupid.
But the main event was really, I would say that the main event is like a house show main event. Like, it was really just vibes all around with like minimal story or meaning. So it is what it is. I don't think AEW is really keeping up with NXT on the main event front. 2.0 is definitely blowing their ass out on that side. So
they just got Mox back, so they definitely needed that shot in the arm with Moxley in that main event scene. They needed him back. Let me tell you, I don't think I even put it in the docket. Lance Archer and
because that match was ass.
Boy, I don't care about Lance Archer.
And also, it is on the on the docket.
I just saw it. Yeah. I didn't put Hangman's name in it.
It's in quick hits because that part didn't matter, and I think it was stupid. But let's get into these quick hits now. We got Punk versus Shawn Spears. Boy, I could not imagine wasting Punk's time like this.
What he wants. This is what he wants. He wanted this.
Well, even if he would have said yes, I would have never like if I asked you to eat a bowl of nails and you would say yes, I would not ask you to do it.
He asked for this. You know, he asked for this MJF feud.
Well, like I'm sure he ain't bother like wanting to wrestle Sean Spears or any shit like that.
Nobody wants to wrestle Sean Spears, but you know what it is? Sometimes you gotta do stuff at your job you don't feel like doing.
Yeah, this shit got that right. Yeah, man, match stinks, and everything that came after stinks. Any thoughts? Huh?
I mean, yeah, I don't.
Or would you like to elaborate any more?
No, it's another it's another week of MJF and CM Punk not touching, and no match has been announced, and I just don't care.
Yep. Ooh, book of the year, bro. Play the music.
Oh, do I have it? I don't know if I still have. I don't know if I have it still. I don't think I have it.
You don't have the video.
You put me on the spot. I got to look at another folder somewhere or something.
Oh Lord, I'm fucking with you. But next match we have Varsity Blondes versus the House of Black. This is a debut for Brody King and Malachi Black, and I will say that I am not impressed. This might have been good.
It was a squash. I mean, what were you expecting?
A match at least.
Nah, that's fine. This is Brody's debut. Give him a squash. I'm cool with that.
Actually, I would have preferred if he had like a singles match against the dude, and then just like, no, okay. The match that we wish Lance Archer had tonight is a match that I wish they would have gave Brody King tonight, or like a single.
Yeah, I don't know because I don't want to see Griff Garrison and Pillman in a long match either. So
yeah,
we're gonna keep it a stack. This
match
match is whatever. It did what it was supposed to do. It gave what it was supposed to give. So I'm cool with it. It did its job.
I feel like because like I don't know what the fuck Brody King is good at, so I would have liked to see a lot of him. And I'm not watching indie shit. Sorry, I don't have time for that. So yeah, House of Black is a stable. You'll be fucking around with you'll probably be fucking around with Team Taz in a couple months or some shit. Frankie Kazarian versus Lance Archer. Let me tell you what.
10 minutes too damn long.
Lance Archer did not come out this looking like a credible challenger to me. That shit looked like they were having Frankie next up.
Yeah, I don't understand that because it's not like Frankie's. I mean, Frankie also has one of those records where he's like 55 and like 2.
I'm telling you, they go to dark, fight the crazy 88, show up on Dynamite. They go to the hyperbolic time chamber, come out swole, and then get beat.
Yeah,
so stupid, so dumb. But yeah, man, this match should have been a lot shorter. Lancer doesn't look like a credible challenger coming out of this to me. Nigga, you're struggling against Frankie Kazarian. I know that Frankie Kazarian is sort of like, a legend in this whole thing, but he is not portrayed like that on Dynamite. So for him to be struggling with this dude, ridiculous. Especially since we really haven't seen this dude since he had a match with Adam Cole.
It's so interesting. It's very weird the matches they choose to be a squash and the matches they don't choose to be a squash. Because I feel like the matches that should be squashes, they don't be having to be squashes, and the matches that we should probably have that are actual matches be the ones that are squashes. It's very interesting. I don't
the Allen Angels effect, boy. That's how I rock.
Yeah, that ever since that moment.
Because they can't be like the E, bro. They can't be like the E.
To be fair, I will give them credit. That was during like the beginnings of the pandemic.
No, I'm not giving them
credit. They had a skeleton roster. I don't know how big that roster was at that point. They probably needed some time to kill. But still, it looked kind of crazy. It looked kind of crazy though. But I mean, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say, now that I thought about it, they probably had a really small crew at that point. So I take my words back, but yeah. It still looked kind of crazy at the time.
How I know we're kind of jumping around all over the place, but how do you feel about Lance Archer coming out with 2 fucking managers?
Yeah, Dan Lambert all over this show.
Dog, he is working overtime. Like he is the only person that's over in AEW or that got a decent character across.
Yeah, I don't think Lance Archer needs him. If you have Jake there, Jake cuts a great promo. I don't see why you would need Lambert there too.
Yeah, exactly.
It seems kind of redundant.
Mhm.
Plus, I'm sure Lance Archer can hold his own on a mic. I don't really know. I've never really heard him cut a promo. Maybe there's a reason for it. But I mean, he's been wrestling for long enough where I feel like he can cut a decent. He should be able to cut a decent promo. He's been on TV long enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So post match, Lance Archer just decides that he just wants to kill Frankie Kazarian. So he's about to do a choke slam onto a chair on the ramp, and Heyman Page comes out, and then he starts throwing hands with Lance Archer. I thought this was cool. What I think was a little, something that I would have just did differently, not really a nitpick or any, or it is a nitpick, doesn't really make the break the segment for me. Instead of hitting him with the boot, why don't you hit him with that heavy ass belt that's on your shoulder?
With a boot, he's a cowboy.
But is he a cowboy first or the champion first?
Cowboy first. Come on now.
That was the wrong answer. But he beats the shit out of well, he doesn't beat the shit out, but he backs Lance Archer off, and then I don't know. He didn't Lance Archer got all that heat and they got his ass whooped. Now he really don't look like a credible challenger to me. The AEW special right then and there. Moving on. We got a business deal in a staircase. I couldn't think of a worse place to fucking hold this shit. Like the building ain't got a table, or like y'all couldn't like pre-tape in a fake office or some shit.
Let's do it right the staircase.
So dumb.
I like that.
Andrade owns a share or has acquired
he
HFO?
51%. He's 51% owner of HFO, and it seems like what they're doing is they're splitting it up. Andrade is gonna get Butcher and Blade, and Hardy gonna keep the private party with him. So I guess that's what's gonna happen. That's what it seemed like. The promos look confusing, but I'm assuming that's what we're kind of doing.
That's dumb as hell. I'll say that. Moving on.
No, I'm cool with that. I'm so happy to get Butcher and Blade away from Matt Hardy. But I don't know what's going on with Andrade.
Is being with Andrade any better than being with Matt Hardy? Because I feel like they're both in the same position. One just walks better.
So. I'd hope so. I don't know what they're doing with Andrade. He's in a weird spot, but I guess I'm assuming it's going to be them versus Darby going forward, because he called out Darby in the promo. So I guess that's the next feud going forward, which I think he'll lose. So.
Okay, moving on. We get Sky Blue versus Serena Deeb here.
I love Serena Deeb, man. I'm all in.
I think she's okay. Just like every woman on the roster. Like, if you're not really, what are you doing? Like, she's not really doing anything. I don't feel like the women are really doing anything of note.
She's establishing her heel run.
But how the fuck you didn't establish that against Hikaru Shida?
She did it. She's just making it. She's keeping it going. She moved on from Hikaru Shida for now, at least. And
now what did she establish?
We're gonna see where it goes. Her heeldom. Her just being a heel. She's doing heel stuff, man.
I mean, I guess she
I'm not mad at it.
Please have some championship aspirations, Serena. I swear to God, if you're wrestling Shida again, I'm gonna be fucking tight.
Well, they got it. They still have to the blow off. They haven't had the blow off yet, so there's going to be one more match.
Okay, and that is it for AEW. Already the beach break predictions.
You're trying to get through that, boy.
I mean, what is there to talk about? You keep saying that, but you're not elaborating on anything else.
Because I can see it on your face. You don't want to talk about it.
What segment on this show felt like you needed to elaborate more on?
You talked more about the what Serena's doing.
Then why'd you put it? Where'd you put it on the quick hits for?
Because it wasn't that important.
You did the AEW portion of the docket, and then you're just like, you want to talk about Serena Deeb more.
No, we don't have to. Go ahead. Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it
People,
up.
you hear this bullshit? You hear this shit?
Let's
You
wrap
hear
it
this
up.
shit? You hear this cap? Oh my fucking lord,
Oh
bro.
my god.
This is fucking
It's late.
ridiculous.
What time is it? It's 11 o'clock.
Oh, now you want to get out of here. You see that? You see
let's
this
get off.
bullshit? Oh my
Let's get
fucking
off.
lord. It is my fault because we got to get out of here. Yeah, man. We're gonna get into NXT 2.0.
Boy, Eibner, Bartel, the rest of Imperium.
Roderick throws it in the tank.
And then come the Creed brothers. All hell breaking loose. Bedlam is broken out. We need some help out here. These two teams destroying each other.
All right, it's NXT time. NXT 2.0, man. I thought this was a really good show. Overall, this is like our third week of banger main events. So
I would say in ring, this is probably a weaker show for like all the matches all together. But yeah, I'd say entertainment wise, I was thoroughly in the ring. Nothing really. So
there's probably like one match where I was just like, this was filler. We didn't need this. We really did not.
We'll get into it, but like, yeah, this was either regardless. I'm a big fan of character work and characters, so I love this. So this was a very fun show for me. The crowd was hot. I think they definitely added like one or two more rows into the.
Oh my god, yeah.
There's no space outside that ring to move around. Someone's gonna bust their ass on that fucking.
Nah, that shit is a surefire AO. No topes, nigga. Stop that.
You're not doing that tope bullshit.
Stop that shit. I'm cool with that. But I do think they need to like do like a little bit of renovations. So like there is some space or like
there's
the rampways are so fucking small or like skinny or narrow.
There is space like on the hard camera side where the announce table's at, and there's like space on the right side, but over like up from far away from the camera and on the left side, zero space. So you gotta, if you're gonna do something, you gotta do it.
Yeah,
on those sides.
There's no space like between the crowd barricade and then like the steel steps.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and then also, these are just little things that like we notice, nothing really important, but the extensions of what that gives more crowd space. It's like silver, but like what the things were normally, they're like black. So I was just like, yeah, it was just like it looks like like your table has like an extender, and then they just like really just like pulled that out. But no, man. Maybe they can renovate and then like have a lot more space. Like work with like crowd space and the outside space. But I'm cool. It either way doesn't really affect how I felt about this episode. But in ring wise, I thought it was really good. Starting off the show, we have LA Knight talking that shit.
First of all, let me talk. I don't know. I think it was Meals who said it. This boy came out walking out like Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan, The Rock, all in one. That man was on. He was fired up.
That nigga came out with the swagger, boy.
I said, who is this guy, man?
Yeah, he came out totally different. He said a lot of stuff about Grayson Waller. So I'm just gonna skip over that to the part where Grayson Waller comes out and hands his motherfucking restraining order.
That is such a 90s fucking storyline of a restraining order.
So stupid. And then what is it? Loomis comes out. And then to handle light work, and that's how we get our first match of the night. And then we get Grayson Waller versus Dexter Loomis here. And I thought this match was really good.
You gave me a little face when I said this on Twitter, but I don't really care for Dexter Loomis in the ring. He does nothing for me. Besides a little pop-up little leg drop thing he does, that's cute. But besides that, I don't care.
Okay, you're bugging. But if you were to say I don't care for Dexter Loomis's position right now, I would kind of understand because right now it's kind of a loser.
There.
Yeah, he loses a lot.
Low key, he might need to get called up. They don't really seem like they have anything to do for him.
I don't know about the call up part, but I do agree with he's kind of just around. But he does it for me, and I think he's really good in it. But they need to do something with him. But also Grayson Waller, that motherfucker's something different. I think he's really good in ring and really just improving every time I see him. And then what is it? How this match end?
You got a heater.
Yeah, he got a heater. I didn't really think he needed it, but
I'm not mad at it, honestly.
I think it's more for the heater more than it is for Grayson Waller. I think I
just to get him on TV.
I think Waller has, kind of graduated after his match with Styles and then being kind of the biggest heel on NXT. And now he's going to have like a little mentee with him. And
homeboy, but that dude's been on TV before, wasn't he? Wasn't he?
I have no idea what this man is.
He was teaming. I think it's the dude who was teaming with. He was the dude who leaked the picture of Keith Lee winning the championship. I believe it's him. He was teaming with Shanky. He was teaming with Shanky or Veer, one of them.
He didn't get called up with him.
No.
Oh, Shanky just went up Dolo.
What you team with either Veer or Shanky? But I think they just got called up with
Shanky went up Dolo. They didn't bring up both of them.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I guess this is his chance to get back into their good graces, I guess. But
why he do that? I'm so dumb.
Not the
He must have thought the episode was airing that night or something. I don't know why he did that.
Technology, people do dumb things.
You ain't got to post everything, every picture you take, bro.
Technology is not the greatest thing. But yeah, Grayson Waller gets a heater, and I mean it's fine. It's all good. We'll see what happens with that. Maybe next week we'll elaborate on like who he is or what the new name is and whatever his position is with Grayson Waller. And then I feel like he'll probably have like an in-ring debut in like 3 weeks from now.
Sure.
That's fair, right?
Yeah.
Next, initially I was gonna put this in quick hits because I didn't think this was gonna really equal up to anything. But we get the funeral for Pete Dunne. Tony D'Angelo.
I think he done. I think Pete Dunne finally done in NXT. I think that was the actual funeral of Pete Dunne.
Yeah, if a motherfucker gonna say R.I.P. and then you're not gonna come out and be like, "Nigga, I'm right here."
Yeah, it might be a wrap.
Yeah.
Good for Pete.
Let's go, baby. Let's get it.
Put him back with Rich Holland, please. Something.
Whatever happens on that show happens on that show. But Tony D'Angelo here trying to do. I feel like they were trying to, and then they acknowledged it on the show where he was just trying to do like a R.I.P. Bozo for his opponent, just like Carmelo Hayes did last week, and he didn't do it too well. I don't feel like Tony D'Angelo ain't really do his thing. So
you don't like him. You don't like him at all.
I feel like out of all the people that are part of that War Games team, the distance is getting a lot wider. Is getting he is getting like either like he's getting left behind. To be fair, he with the least experience out of the three. No, he wasn't even. Damn, because him and Braun are in the same spot. But that's Braun. That's different. You know what I mean? My guy.
That's different.
He's getting left behind, or there's a big gap between him and everybody else that was on the War Games team. And why would I like him after he had 2 stinkers with Pete Dunne? Why would he be in my good graces right now?
I don't think they were stinkers. They were fine, especially the first one was. I thought the first one was good.
He had 2 lackluster matches with Pete Dunne.
The first one was good. The whatever on the pull match, not so good. But the first one was good. I don't know why you acting like that match wasn't good. That match was fine.
I corrected myself and said lackluster. Is that okay? Can I
No,
be
that's not even that.
can I be underwhelmed by the 2 matches that he had?
You were hating.
Whatever. So yeah. And then what I did like here was that, yeah, I'm done with Pete Dunne here. Let's move on to some gold. Let's start getting some accolades under my belt. And you know what? Hey man, I like to see that people act like championships matter in this bitch. That is something that they do not do on the other show. And it kills me. So I'm glad to see it here on NXT and going for the North American. Smart move. Very, very, very smart move. Then Trick and Mello come out. They hear his name. They came out quick as shit. As soon as he said North American Championship, that music hit.
They was ready. Hold on, dog.
Yeah. Trick Williams does his thing, which is fantastic. Fantastic mic work stuff. And then
he definitely broke. He broke when he tried to make that joke on Vic Joseph. Did you see that?
He absolutely broke. That was definitely off script. And you can tell it was because he points at Vic Joseph and he starts laughing. And I know for sure Vic Joseph just looked up and was just like, what the fuck I do? Really good stuff there. And then Cameron Grimes comes out. And
boy over.
That boy over his shit, dog. This boy over like motherfucker. But
I don't want to like this crowd tonight. Almost sounds like a Full Sail crowd. They almost seem like a Full Sail crowd tonight. Not like in a bad way. But like
not in a bad way. But I don't know if it's because Tony D'Angelo is heel now, or people are just like, oh, okay, the Italian stuff, whatever. But him getting what chance? Waller don't even get what chance. No, like, dog, we haven't heard a what chant in NXT in a really long time.
You know what else I noticed too? A lot of the 2.0 people got cheers over the 1.0 people. I don't know if you consider Kaylee Ray 1.0 or not, but she was in the first Women's War Game, so I'll give her that. But like,
okay, that's fair.
But like, they were cheering for Ivy. Diamond Mine was super over tonight. They were cheering for Ivy Nile over Kaylee Ray. It happened a couple of times tonight. I was really surprised how they've been on TV for a few months now, but people are starting to get into them. I think that's a good sign.
They're all good. and Diamond Mine being over really just shows that all those people that are just like, college athletes can't be pro wrestlers, like all that shit's bullshit. All stupid talk. But yeah, man. So Grimes comes out. He says a couple words, how he expressed that he had North American Championship aspirations and he might have hit Carmelo's car and stuff like that. And, he never got back to him on the challenge. Later on the night, we find out that it will be Grimes and Tony D'Angelo for a number one contendership. I think we already know who is going to win that shit. But when Grimes gets to the ring and then Tony D'Angelo tries to do get a sneak shot and Grimes Tom and Jerry his ass. And then D'Angelo just sits there.
I would sit there too, and they could hit me upside the head with a painting or a picture.
Huh?
What?
This ain't Looney Tunes, nigga. Take that painting off your head and throw it back at him or some shit. What are you doing?
He was embarrassed, man.
Nah. If he's embarrassed, that probably should have got to pull the tool out.
Yeah, if you really about that life, you should have had it on you.
What is it? You embarrass me? Nah, I got something for you. Tony D'Angelo looked dumb as hell with just the painting over his head like Tom. But that ends the segment. I thought it was really good, and I'm looking forward to the match, actually. I feel like maybe Cameron Grimes could get something out of Tony D'Angelo. Who knows? Next match that we talked about already, Ivy Niles versus Kaylee Ray. at first I was just like, well, R.I.P. Ivy Niles, dog. And then obviously that was just a joke because toxic attraction is gonna toxic attraction. But how'd you feel about this match?
So I watched 205 live from last Friday. Ivy Nile had a match against, I don't remember who she wrestled, but I could see she's definitely getting more comfortable in the ring. She's putting her character together. She was like doing like push up while doing submission moves and then like flipping over and then doing more push ups and like sit ups and shit. So it's almost like the Tony Nese gimmick, but it's cooler when she does it because who cares about Tony Nese? And it, like she did a little bit of it in this match. It was cool to see her finally get into a match where she had to take some offense and sell, similar to Diamond Creed Brothers earlier in the show where they also had to face some adversity for a change, and it was nice to see it. It looks like they're really all three of them look like they're really gaining some experience and it's showing.
They're growing.
They're working hard. Yeah, they're working hard.
I like this match a lot. I like you said, we're seeing a lot of growth from Ivy Niles here. I think she is improving a lot from, the matches that she was having around like November, December. And also, this is the first time she's ever been in a match with, some of the real beaters on NXT. So her being integrated into the ecosystem of the women's division this early. I like that. That's great. That shows me a lot of promise, and it kind of tells me that, they see a lot in her. So that's all great and fun. Toxic Attraction came in and caused a distraction, and then Ivy Niles got a roll up. So keeping Diamond Mine relatively strong, although whatever happens on later on the night. But I think it's a good day for Diamond Mine for the most part. So Toxic Attraction, they doing their thing. They beating Kaylee Ray's ass, and then Indy Hartwell and Persia Parada come out, and good stuff. They was beating the brakes off JC James, right?
What JC did to them?
I was just like, well, goddamn, they was beating the brakes off her. But they're going to be in a 6-woman tag next week, so that should be very interesting. And then our main event, ooh-wee. Roger Strong versus Gunther.
Well, at the time it was Walter. So yeah, like earlier a couple days ago, they posted a little YouTube video. Bivens has been talking shit on Walter for about probably like 4 years now.
Yes.
So this was long overdue. And he was like, you remember that scene from Super Bad? Where the two dudes is fighting inside the store, and then not super bad 40-year-old virgin. He's like, this your boy? This your boy?
Oh, Kevin Hart in the bald nigga.
Yeah, he was like, this your boy? When I come back, both y'all get. that was basically Walter in the promo.
Yeah,
except, and a nice Roger, Austrian accent.
Yeah, he pulled up on Bivens. Roger Strong pulled up. He said, "This your man's?" All right.
Bet.
Tuesday, man. We get an absolute banger of a match here. I can't even express how much I enjoyed this match. It's kind of like I said for last week, or for Styles and Grayson Waller. I like these matches a lot. I hope that my brain can remember these matches in 6 months.
This is why I got the spreadsheet, bro.
Because I feel we're gonna get overloaded. If they keep this up, we're about to get overloaded with like really good matches, for God knows how long. I think this is a really good stretch for NXT main event wise. That's all I have to say. I'll probably give this like a 4.5.
I get there's expectations for this match, being the two competitors involved, and those expectations were reached. They was hitting hard. They both hit hard. They both, they don't pull back on their punches. And that's my favorite kind of match. These two dudes just beat the shit out of each other. That's what I'm here for. And they did it. Roddy hasn't missed. I was literally trying to think earlier today. Has Walter ever had a bad match since he signed with WWE? I can't think of one. I literally can't. He's only wrestled like 20 times, but all 20 times he's wrestled in the last 3 years.
It's all been heat.
They've been heat,
Yeah.
so I can't even complain.
Walter's a really good competitor, man. Like he's a really good wrestler, and so is Roderick Strong. So without a shadow of a doubt, this match was going to be a banger. But let's get into the post match, where the winner of the match, Gunther. That's his new name. There's a lot of controversy standing behind it. We're gonna talk about that in a second, but let us get through this segment first. Imperium start beating the brakes off Roger Strong, and then the Creed brothers comes out and helps, kind of very much setting up for that 6-man tag eventually. And I know some people said that this might set up for the Creed brothers to win the Dusty Cup.
That was Imperium, my pick anyway, honestly. That was my pick to begin with.
Yeah, I would have loved if they won. But realistic booking, I would like to see MSK be 2-time. But I really do think that, the next Creed brother match, Imperium's going to interfere. And then that's what costs like whatever to move up in advance. So I get it. We still get the banger of a match anyway. And they'll probably have like a title match against them at some other point in time if MSK doesn't retain. Doesn't win it from them. So.
I don't think so. I think it'd be Creed brothers MSK in the finals. But I think the Creeds get it. I think that's fine. But let's get to what what the real talk is going to be about. Okay. I'm looking at the timeline right now. As you can imagine, it's a mess. So for those who don't know, we don't record in the trenches. We have 2 different recording sessions. We record directly after NXT and record directly after AEW. So we save in the trenches for the next day, just in case some news comes out on, that Tuesday night.
Early, just in case any news comes out early Wednesday.
So earlier in the day, there was, people, the dirt sheets like to look through, what WWE's trademarking. They like to trademark names and sayings for, obviously for like, for their use so they can get paid or whatever, how the trademarks work. So one of the trademarks was a name, Gunther Stark. Now, I don't know who Googled this or who had any kind of German history and knew who Gunther Stark was, but allegedly they Gunther Stark from the Nazi Germany era, who was like a boat captain or something like that, some war criminal, probably killed a lot of people. And people caught wind of that. This is not the first time WWE's trademarked something and then realized that they probably shouldn't have. I'm going to assume, I'm like 98% sure they didn't do that on purpose, but it happened. So we didn't know what the name was trademarked for. We thought maybe a new person's coming in or who knows what. Maybe we got another German guy there was just signed. But after this match, Walter says, they say Walter no more. It's Gunther, and then slam the mic down. So for what we know right now, his name is just Gunther. We don't know if they add the Stark to his name.
I feel like if he was gonna introduce his new name, he would introduce his whole new name, not just half of it. Yeah. So I think it's safe for us to assume that they pulled back the Stark part.
I'm sure by the time this episode comes out, we'll know what the name is officially. So this will be dated, but I'm going to have faith that somebody caught it. For those who don't remember the submission sorority situation from a few years back, they nipped that in the bud pretty quick once they Googled submission sorority. If y'all want to Google submission sorority, please be 18 years old or older before you do it.
I'm tapped in.
They had them girls tapping out on that website. I'm gonna tell you that much if you feel me. I looked. But so we're gonna see how that goes. But yeah, a lot of controversy about that. But we'll see.
As of right now, there's no Stark part, but there's a lot of people upset just at the Gunther part.
Well, there's 2 reasons to be upset by that. You could be upset because why are they changing Walter's name, which I'm questioning. I'm not really upset about it. It's whatever to me.
Do you think it's still in all caps like it was for Walter?
It should be. I would be mad if they
Yeah,
didn't. They lowercase it. That'd be whack.
Yeah. But go on.
But it's just like if you're mad about that, that's fine. If you're mad about the name just being Gunther because you somehow automatically tie that to Nazism, then that's something you got to deal with within yourself. Because I mean, Gunther's it's just a German name. It doesn't automatically mean Nazi.
Yeah.
But but I get it. Wrestling stereotypes, WWE. I get it. There's history, but
well,
it's
but it's his hair. But it's his heritage, though. Like what if what if he was just like, my name is Melquan? It'd be like, what if it's like, why? That's not German. Why would you pick that? And Walter's heritage is important to him.
This ain't the first time they tried to compare ring comp to Nazis,
and it's
forever.
Just like, Germany, I know this might be controversial, but they're more than just that part of their history.
Right? Big part, but it's 2020.
Well,
22.
A heavily impactful part, I would say. But they're more than just that. Like, Gunther is just a name, is German heritage, but of course there's gonna be a German guy also named that because that's part of their hair. Like, that's part of their
also they should just get Walter. They should just get Walter, dog. I don't know what we're doing. It's not like it's a dewdrop thing where she's going from the NXT UK directly to the main roster, where they can do that and no one really know because no one knew who Piper Niven was in the first place. This is NXT UK to NXT. This has been established. People know who Walter is. I don't understand unless it's like straight up like Walter was like, I don't want to give you guys my name, trademark, so give me something else. Then okay,
I definitely think that's the case. And why would I give y'all my real name? Like, I definitely think when like Ginny goes over, like, well, you're not keeping that. You're not keeping your first name. Right?
Is that her real name?
I believe that is her real name. Last time I Googled, which was a very long time ago. But I'm not gonna be mad at the name. I'm glad they did not add the Stark part, and I don't think they should, because it was most likely gonna get knocked off when he went to the main roster anyway. So Gunther, and I am okay with that.
People are gonna care like a month from now. I might slip up and still call him Walter anyway.
Like, well, you remember when people were just like, oh, when Santos Escobar changed his name, and he was just like, Escobar, oh my God, Triple H racist. Pablo Escobar, oh my God. Like, they heard the name Escobar and think drugs, and it's just like, that's something you have to deal with within yourself.
You know what's crazy? Before we go there, like, I get it. I completely understand. WWE has a history of stereotyping their minority. They still do something. They still do it sometimes. We're gonna talk about it later. But like, bro, can't keep bringing up stuff from like 20 years ago. It's obviously not the same culture there that was in 2004 or whatever the fuck. Like, I understand, but y'all gotta like.
It's okay to always. It is completely fair to think of the worst.
Skeptical.
Think of the worst and be skeptical, like, especially in these times. But like, the nigga name is just Gunther. Like, it's just Gunther. Like, can we like be glad that they didn't add the last part?
People already decided that his name is Gunther Stark. It doesn't matter what WWE says anymore. People have already made up their mind that this guy's name is Gunther Stark, because that's how just online fandom can be. They want to find a reason to be mad about it immediately, or call WWE racist or whatever the hell you would call that. But like, I don't know, man.
To the people that's overreacting, do your thing, man. But to me, Gunther is just Gunther. That is all it is right now. You can Google all these bad people in the name Gunther, but that is okay, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of bad people named Quan, and there's a lot of bad people named Cyrus.
You know what this reminds me of? You know that I guess is kind of a little different because it's a real name, but you know the basketball player David Duke, and his the basketball player name is David Duke, but he was but when they interviewed him about it, he was like, look, why not? Like, I'd rather take the David Duke name and make it something great. So you don't even. But when you hear the name David Duke, you won't even remember this dude over here. You remember
he's reclaiming David Duke.
he's reclaiming David Duke. I think you know what? I like that energy. Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. It is what it is. Now let's get into the Dusty Cup portion of the show. We got Jason and Briggs versus the Creed brothers. And this match is very interesting because we have never seen the Creed brothers in this position before. And then when they were, motherfucker, my art started seeing red. I was just like, why is this redneck nigga getting offense right now?
Yeah, we get to see Creed brothers work from under for the first time. I'm going to assume they did that because it was a longer match, and well, for the Creed brothers wise, and they wanted to have the vets kind of lead the match. Usually the wrestler working the heel side of the match, usually the one kind of moving the pace of a wrestling match. So
and then also probably just practice from Imperium because ain't no way they're gonna be that dominant against goddamn Imperium.
Oh no, they're not. So yeah, yeah, this match was really fun. This is definition. This is 4 crazy white boys fighting. This is what that's what it was. It was just 4 crazy white boys fighting who just like to beat each other up. And this is the best I've seen from Briggs and Jensen for sure. Creed brothers look good. So this was a really fun match. This was my second favorite match of the night. Just a lot of fun. It wasn't long. They didn't draw shit out. It was like we gonna beat each other's ass for about 7-8 minutes.
That's all they needed.
That's what happened. That's all I needed. That's all I needed.
And then Creed brothers get the win, which is all good and fun. I don't know what this love feud that they got going on with Jensen and Briggs and Catanzaro and Caden.
Grassy ass storyline out of here, bro.
Motherfucker, get that bullshit out my face. I'm not speaking on it anymore. And then earlier on the night, damn, what's his name? Braun Breaker. He's getting interviewed by Mackenzie Mitchell, and she asked him about his little stare down with Santos Escobar. You know, they no seed that is planted is gonna go unmentioned. And then he was just like, shit, that boy want problems? I beat his ass. And then Electra Lopez pop up. He said, yo, I saw what you did with Zion Quinn, bro. Please stay away from me. And then Santos was just like, nigga, you want it? Don't worry about her now. You have to look. You're gonna have to look out for me. Setting up for the next feud, and this is not how I would have want this to go, because motherfucker El Gato del Fantasma has absolutely no momentum going.
I don't remember last time any of them ever won a match. It's been a minute.
Santos won a match last week for Electra Lopez.
I don't care because I didn't care about that feud. I don't care about Electra Lopez.
No, but that's funny as shit anyway. That's funny as shit though.
A match that I cared about, a match that really mattered.
Yeah. There hasn't been one for a minute, and so El Gato de Fantasma has a match against BBC.
hey, yo, Team BBC,
beautiful black contenders.
Bro, that was a forced acronym. That doesn't even sound good. Black contenders.
Nah, he was for sure forcing it.
He said BBC beautiful black, and that's the best you can come up with for that. But yeah, I'm not calling it. I wanted them to lose so bad, but I knew what it was when because earlier in the show. Why you
wanted to lose?
Because they named themselves Team BBC. That's why I want them to lose. I don't want them to ever be successful until they change that name. Or I want a homeboy to make a tweet saying, "I take that name back. I was wilding." Until then, I want them to lose every single match because that's just nasty. But they won, so what do I know?
Go with an interference from Braun Breaker, and then I was just like, "Well, got a Death Phantasma in the dirt." This shit is wacky.
They're doing my guys, bro.
They not even my guys no more.
You left them that quick.
they not my guys no more. I'm sorry. I was rocking with y'all throughout the Hit Row thing. I was trying to stick it with y'all for the Zion Quinn thing, but I'm gonna have to see you on the other side of the road, partner. hopefully, hopefully y'all be good again. I'm praying.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I'm very worried. But let's get into these quick hits really fast. Dante Chen's video package. We spoke into existence, and my guy's back.
I didn't know he was hurt. That makes sense
Yeah.
why we haven't seen him since his debut. I was like,
amen. I didn't know either. I'm glad he's back. And then out of nowhere, he just started hitting us with like babyface character shit. And it's not like character stuff. Like this is like real life shit. Like so
it's real life shit. But it gave us a reason to care. It gave us a reason to care about this guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, the video pro package was great. It gave me everything I need to know about him. He just lost his father. He's injured. He went down. Now he's up. He's ready to go.
It made me care instant. And I don't think I've ever seen a video package in a long time where, you know, somebody's just telling their life story. And I was just like, oh, okay, I'll rock with you in a really long time. The last person that had,
because they tried it before. They tried it with Kushida, the dad thing. They tried it with Roderick with the dad thing. I'm like, I don't care.
Well, I already like these two guys, so like I didn't need sympathy for you. I already wanted to see y'all win, you know?
Yeah.
The last person I ever felt that for was the first time I saw when I first watched AEW Dark. And who was that French girl that turns out to be very problematic on AEW?
French girl?
She's like French woman.
I don't know. Who's that?
Oh man. Never mind then.
You know what I like? I like those promos that AEW did for TNT where they were like, these are real people, but they're wrestlers. You know, you remember those? Like they had like a Britt Baker in their office, and they had like a private party at the club or whatever. And it was kind of like the show where they're like, this is them outside the ring, this is them in the ring. I don't remember them, but they were good. They were good.
Private party really be out there like that?
They were pushing private, like when AEW first opened up, private party was a lot of the promo, and then it just kind of stopped.
These are real people, and they put the prime cap in the.
They were pushing them heavy in the early promos.
Yeah, they really were, and then they gave up. I don't know what the fuck happened.
I don't know. They beat Young Bucks, and they never did anything ever again after that.
What a shame. But yeah, Dante Chen returns. I thought it was great, and then he has a match, and then Duke Hudson comes out and puts an end to that match, and I was just like, wow, this motherfucker got a program already. Let's fucking go. I see it for the guy.
I kind of wish you at least got did the match and then Duke Hudson come out. I want to, you know what I mean?
I can already see what he can do, so let's just get him in something meaningful already.
Give him a promo and then bam, didn't get 2 minutes into the match for Duke
That's
Hudson.
okay. He gonna get the match. He gonna get the match with Duke Hudson. Do you even know who he was in ring with? I know that didn't even sound like English, but do you remember who he was even in?
Guru Raj, who I think he wrestled the first time he wrestled. Actually, go check.
Oh my!
I'm pretty sure that's who he wrestled the first time.
That don't even sound like a real name.
Do you scream want him to change his name too?
Guru Raj, bro.
Guru Raj, clearly a man of Indian descent. Let's see. Hold on. Dante Chen. Who did he wrestle? He wrestled Trey Baxter last year. Oh, he only wrestled Budget Murphy. That was it. So okay, never mind. Shout out to Trey Baxter. I see them on a lot of indie posters. You getting that money? I respect it.
I don't. Next, we're moving on. So another controversial thing that I don't think we should really spend much time on. What the fuck did they do to Saray? So I'm going to say that this is clearly the same thing where EO put the Stardom gear away and then started dressing up, how she dresses now.
Before you go any further,
okay, go
I
on.
looked at my timeline on my phone, and the first thing I see is Twitter Spaces saying WWE is racist. This was the night that it caused a WWE racist Twitter Spaces. Niggas are bored. Yeah, I want to join it though. Proceed, though.
I'm definitely tapped in after this, but so Saray looks like what people were saying is a Japanese schoolgirl. They saw the pigtails, they saw the knitted shirt, they saw the bow tie, the charm. I'm not sure if she had like a skirt or anything like that.
We always saw
But,
from the neck up, so
Yeah,
like the chest up.
they saw the fit, and then they were just like, oh, racism. My thing
Oh.
is that
Oh, go ahead.
Japanese schoolgirl was not the get. Like, we could already tell that it's not the gimmick, especially in the promo where she said,
When she said it, she literally said it.
she
I'm
said,
still the same girl.
I'm still the warrior of the sun. I'm just dressing different. I am personally hope that she doesn't dress like that in the ring,
I don't think she will.
because
She might.
for me,
Yeah.
I can already see it's not the gimmick.
No. But why can't she do it? And
But-
Maki, why can Maki Ito do it and she can't do it?
Because Maki Ito was actually an idol at some point. And also Maki
Oh,
Ito,
that's right. She was. That's right.
Maki Ito is an idol, not a schoolgirl.
Like a schoolgirl outfit to me. I don't know the difference.
No,
I
it's
don't
an
know that
idol.
culture.
It's an idol outfit. It's
I don't know what that is.
what like any media that you see that they go to school dresses Maki Ito?
I don't know.
This,
I don't.
you hear how uncultured this man is? This
I
man
am
never,
very uncultured. I'm
this
sorry.
man
I'm not
never this man never seen a J drama before or fucking watch
what?
anime.
a J drama.
A Japanese drama.
Nah, I never seen that before.
Oh Lord. This man is not utilizing his Netflix to his full potential.
Nah, not even.
But
I'm watching Emily in Paris right now for anybody who cares.
but
Saray. Anyway, back to Saray.
I'm hoping that that's not really part of her appearance. I feel like she's gonna wrestle the same. She's still gonna be like the same person, but the appearance is definitely what's gonna be bothering people. I don't think it's the gimmick, but the character or like the appearance is what's gonna be like, oh, you probably shouldn't have did that.
You know what I thought? Because that didn't pop. When I saw the promo, that wasn't the thing that popped in my head initially.
Mhm.
My first thought was Sailor Moon, but Sailor Moon also wears a schoolgirl outfit. But it just my brain went automatically because she had like a little charm and it like glowed and shit. And I was like, oh, this is Sailor Moon.
If she do some Sailor Moon shit, that'd be cool. I'd be cool with that.
I'm cool with that too, but I guess it's still a schoolgirl. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But that's another one of those we'll just have to see. I'm not gonna make a whole Twitter spaces about it, but I mean, whatever. We're gonna see.
It is what it is. Dakota Kai, just walking around being bitter, and then she has a match against Yulisa Leon.
Ulysses Leon.
Okay. I thought this match was okay.
And nothing really happened. It was like 2 minutes long.
I thought it would I just thought it was okay. Another video package, which I was just like, oh, where we get shit cracking? The Soya Sakoi video package. I don't know. They'll say about the energy in that one where I was just like, oh, this is some real shit right here. Oh, we getting it cracking. Like this feud is really moving, even though nothing really happened here.
I hope this match is violent, like really violent. I want to like stiff.
I would say this match is make or break, even though
I was just gonna say.
Even though I already think Bo was broken.
This is a make or break for both of these guys. They better show out.
And the match is gonna be no DQ and falls count anywhere, which I didn't think they needed to add the two, but that's hard. I need these boys in the fight pit though.
Yeah, first of all, if a nigga hit me with a fireball, I'm shooting him off rip. So at that point, I'm shooting him because what are we doing?
That boy said,
"Trying to take my life."
That boy said, "Yeah, you got your heritage, or I got something in that bloodline." Load it up. I would like for this to end in a double count out, and then they take it to the fight pit, and it'd be like, "Oh, I'm about to knock you the fuck out."
They can't double count out. It's a street fight.
No, it's a fall count anyway. Well, like a ref would have to do a ref stoppage if they.
They could do a no contest where both of them can't get up.
Yeah, a no contest already, whatever. Because I need to see these two in the fight pit. Honestly,
Where would they even fit the fight put at this point? There ain't no room.
Oh, they could.
They filled that bad boy up. There ain't no room in that.
I was about to say they could pre-tape it, but I don't know how well received that would be.
They can't do pre-tape no more.
Oh yeah. But nah. Hey man, make the fight pit fit. I mean, it could just be a steel cage, and then they just have to knock each other out.
Yeah, I guess they could do it in the ring, but not really a pit. Then it's a cage match.
Well, like the fight pit part is really just it's a steel cage, but knockout or submission, no pins,
Didn't
and no
TNA
leaving.
try that?
Huh?
Didn't TNA try that? Didn't TNA do that with Angle and Joe?
I mean, who
I think
gets
that match was. I think that match
Oh
was
yeah,
fire
they did
too.
some shit like that, but like,
I think it was
that's
fire.
yeah, shit, have them do that. And then all my
Okay.
all the Boa slander from the past couple months, I will I'll tuck it away, bruh. Until the next feud, and it's be like, oh, what is this nigga doing? But continuing on, oh, we already talked about that. Yep, that's it for NXT. There's nothing really else, much else
Did
going
you
on.
miss anything else? Raquel did a promo, didn't she?
Oh, brother, Raquel and what is it? Cora Jade. I guess she's trying to get them to join the Dusty Cup, and I'm just like, oh, brother, I don't want to
Can
see
they
that
coexist?
shit. I don't
Can
wanna
they
see that.
coexist?
Yeah, can they coexist to win the whole tournament? I don't give a shit. Fuck,
They might win that. They might win that, low key.
She'd be like, oh, I'm gonna convince her. Girl, you got 2 weeks to convince her. I hope you don't. I really do. So yeah, that's about it for NXT. You can follow Quan on Twitter at the Comeback Spot. You can follow me, Quan, on Twitter at Cyrus on the War Report. And then you can follow the A Show Network, the A Show RNC, and then keep up with everything, the latest and greatest that goes on in this network. And then for all the other stuff that we do, you can follow RNC Radio Live to see our playlist and other podcast content that is out there. You can subscribe to us on Patreon at patreon.com/the A Show RNC. Every subscriber we get brings us closer to putting J5 and Meal's Mouth on fire. Pause. I believe we are 11 subscribers away, and I think it'll be great. Legendary run. Batista should be coming out fairly soon. February will be the start. There's 2 episodes in the chamber, and then Spot Callers will be we'll be recording Spot Callers soon. ECW, No Way Out. I mean, One Night Stand.
2?
One Night
The first
Stand.
one or second? The second one or the first one?
The second
Yes, sir.
one. Yeah. That Rey Mysterio and Sabu match. Yeah, that shit hard. That ending, real stupid.
Real stupid. That
was a stupid ass spot, and it probably should have ended the match anyway.
But that chair shot, I by far the loudest chair shot I ever heard in wrestling. That shit sounded like a shotgun went off in there.
What is it? I had it in picture, and I was typing something, and I heard it, and I jumped, and then you could hear the crowd go, ooh. Really good stuff. If you are a patron, you get episodes of every weekly show a day early. That is one of the perks that you get. Higher tiers, you could join our Discord, have a conversations daily with me, Quan, J5, Justin, and everybody else that is on the network. Hall of Fame tier, you can be on any of the shows. The Royal Rumble pool should be coming soon. I know we can't join, which is very unfortunate, but
that shit, they gonna tell me different. I'm jumping in.
You gonna pull the fake name?
I'm gonna pull up. I don't care.
So that should be all good and fun. See you guys next week. On Patreon, we'll be discussing Ronda Rousey versus Sasha Banks at the Royal Rumble 2019. It's 2019, right?
Yeah. Yeah. 2019. Yeah, because that's the one Becky won. That's right.
Yeah. So if you want to hear all our conversation about it, tap into our Patreon. It is only at the lowest, I believe, just as a supporter, it's $3, and then if you want to get the shows early, it is $5. So, Ain't really nothing. But to all our non-patrons, see you guys next week. Hope to see you on the Patreon next week.